They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of this place.
Hey everybody, this is Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. You know, now this video is about Cardi B's video, WAP, and what it really means. What WAP really means and what it truly means, you know. Men need to look at WAP as a battle cry for feminism, you know. WAP is the battle cry that feminism has succeeded and reached its peak. That's what WAP stands for. WAP, you know what I'm saying, is basically women claiming that feminism has won. You know what I'm saying? That's what WAP means. WAP is basically women admitting that feminism has removed every aspect in them that made them wholesome, that made them attractive and gentle, made them nurturing. That's what WAP means. WAP, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop from now on. And, you know, this is a declaration from me. From now on, we got to start referring to women as WAPs. You know what I'm saying? Or as whoppers. You know what I'm saying? Because this was the goal of feminism to begin with. Feminism, which is fueled and directed by the government to begin with. The goal of feminism was to remove everything that kept a woman, you know what I'm saying, that kept a woman loyal, faithful, and that made her anything that embodied someone that was a homebody, nurturing, being able to take care of their child, and anything that was that level. The goal of feminism was to turn women into a serial dater. Basically, someone who cannot pair bond with any man. You know what I'm saying? That's a serial dater that just goes out and can date as many men as possible, sleep with as many as possible. The whole goal of feminism, and it succeeded. That's what WAP is like. Yes, a lot of videos and music videos have come before. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj with, Anaconda. You know what I'm saying? A lot of songs have come out before, you know, but WAP is the final destination, because that whole song is admitting all she has to offer is that, much respect to Coach Adams. All she has to offer is that wet ass peace sleeve. Basically all she brings to the relationship is her physical and sexuality. In fact, all she brings is her sexuality. Her sexuality, which is diminishing as time passes. You see, when a woman was when women were homemade, as in, you know what I'm saying, they took care of, they saw having a household, having someone they trusted coming home to them, someone they could build a family with and so on. They brought more than their sexuality. You see, a man could look past, let's say a man could be 50 years old and still see his wife, who's 48, as the most sexually attractive woman there, because her nurturing nature maintains his attraction to her. You see, a lot of MGTOW and red pill channels like to talk about a woman's sexuality only. They don't talk about how that wholesomeness, that loyalty, that ability to take care of her man is an attraction. Men are not just attracted to sexuality. We're attracted to comfort. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You're dating a woman, you're dating your girlfriend long term. She cooks. You do not look or question what she puts in the food because you trust her. Men are attracted to stability. Men are attracted to routine. You know what I'm saying? That's why a relationship, look at that, relationship routine. The R roulette, relationship routine. And what does that lead to? What happens when you put relationship and routine together? You get trust. That's what a man is looking for. Routine, relationship, and trust. Now, the goal of feminism, and it's done it well, because notice how feminism started. It said a woman at home cleaning and cooking for her family is a slave. Think about this. You're a slave if you can have a family and someone you can trust and take care of the family you've built together. Think about that. Let that replay in your mind. And this was one of the leading themes of feminism, was that you having a stable family, taking care of your family, working hard for your family, cooking and cleaning for your family is slavery. You know what I'm saying? All feminism's entire goal was to remove all understanding, was to remove all common sense to the loyalty of having a family and stability, so all that energy could go towards worshiping the government and what it can provide. You know what I'm saying? A government that is unstable, that has ever-changing leadership, ever-changing battle between two sides that want to keep the public confused in the middle. And think about that. Feminism said you settling down and you having a family and a man you could come home to and trust and be protected by is slavery and negativity. So, you know, feminism preached that as empowerment, when in reality, feminism was actually ripping everything in a woman that was positive, everything she had to gain that was positive, so all her energy could be placed on reliance on the government, reliance on more police to make her community safe, than rather having a man at home and having a stable community led by men that have a code of conduct between each other that wouldn't allow a level of negativity. You see, all feminism is about was replacing everything that a woman would have with a stable relationship with a man and place it on reliance on the government. Because I'll repeat, think about this. You're a slave for giving birth to someone you trust and respect, then taking care of the child that y'all brought into this world together. You know what I'm saying? The goal of feminism was to turn women against everything that was positive when being in a relationship in a stable environment with a man, so she could revert all that energy to worshiping and seeking a government. You see, a lot of men like to talk about fur babies. That's when a woman who hasn't had a child looks at a dog and a cat as their children. Well, what do you call it when you're loyal to the government and look to replace everything a man has? Feminism. Feminist. That's what you call it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at WAP as the battle cry of victory. It's the battle cry of victory that feminism has removed every nutritional aspect that a woman brought to her table beyond her sexuality, because sexuality diminishes. The reason a lot of long-term relationships last is because of that routine and trust. And now that routine and trust cannot survive or cannot even be maintained because there's no checks and balances against women abusing their rights that are allowed. So there's no such thing as a stable relationship, because as soon as a man commits to what he thinks is committing to being loyal to a woman, when in actuality he's committing to being loyal to what the government will decide on what she can and can't do to him. You know what I'm saying? What feminism has done has turned women to fast food. You know what I'm saying? Fast food you can't brag about fast food like homemade food. It isn't as healthy. It isn't as good for you. And that's what the government has done. That's what feminism has done. It's turned all women to fast food. And what does this equate to? A lot of, red pill channels cover this type of subject matter, but they don't break it down beyond the surface. This is why, you got to start hashtagging hold the truth hostage when you talk on a level like I be talking. You know what I'm saying? Hold the truth hostage. Hashtag that. But a lot of men don't understand that a fast woman is the key. Fast food women are the key to breeding and creating a society that is ruled by consumerism. You see, since feminism has succeeded and the government empowered and fueled feminism has achieved a level of rights unimaginable. Women are more free. Women are absolutely free in this country. Do whatever they want. So what it's done is it's made their sexuality more promiscuous, which means it can raise the rates of STDs, and STDs lead to pharmacies selling more STD drugs. Then the faster a woman, and the fact that she's grown up in a broken home, it can increase the domestic violence count, which increases the amount of men that go to prison. And then they give the women a lighter sentence, knowing that she'll be a repeat offender by seeking the same abusive relationship to further increase the men going to prison. You know what I'm saying? And then when you have a household ruled by, fast food women that are all about spending, you know what I'm saying buy your kid who's 6 months old some Jordans, who's 6 months, who's going to outgrow them in a few months. You see, feminism killed something we used to have in the 90s, 80s, is hand-me-downs, where, your cousin gets a little too old, you'd get passed down his clothes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people preached it as, it's dishonorable. I'm getting my cousin's shirt he used to wear. It ain't good. No, you're wearing something your family used to wear, that bond. Then you might pass that shirt down again. It's like a family heirloom. You know what I'm saying? It's a level of respect and caring. So what feminism has done, and you have to understand, there's a fast food woman economy. And then look at fast food. Because the father's not around, because there's not a stability in the household, she has to go to the fast food restaurants to prepare a quick meal that isn't nutritious at all. It just gives the children something to eat. So she doesn't have to cook after working 80 hours and so on. Feminism is all about removing, and to reference it, removing any nutritional value the presence of a woman had with a man. You see, men, like I was saying, are attracted to stability. They're attracted to routine relationship. Give me a minute. Yeah, routine relationship, which equals trust. Men, and when a man come to a woman that's going to cook, clean, take care, and respect him as he should be respected. Because the biggest thing feminism has done, and the most successful thing it's done, is that it's removed the fact that before men provide, they protect. You see, by a woman supporting the removal of all men's rights to give their rights to the police. Think about it. You as a man can't discipline your child, but the cops can. The cops can lock them up and beat them up, but you can't. And the odds of your children dying are higher because when the cops come, it ain't supposed to be no games. You know what I'm saying? So feminism has made women only grow and remove the roles that usually played by the fathers in the community of protectors and so on. You know what I'm saying? And place the community in more danger because, let's be honest, you know, for each household, you don't have a cop per household. That means, you know what I mean, the cops can only get to so many issues. They can only solve so many issues because there ain't as many cops as fathers. You know what I'm saying? There's not as many cops as fathers. So that's why a community is broken. Were there as much fathers, you know what I'm saying, in their lives as their children, and were men to have rights to discipline their children, you wouldn't have the scenario we're in. You know what I'm saying? So the honest truth is this, man. WAP, the word WAP is a victory word. It's a victory word for feminism because what it's done, it's proof that it's removed any value beyond her sexuality. And what women don't understand, and they never will understand, because women live in a loop. What a lot of men in the red pill don't understand is women live in a loop, as in it's my turn. You know what I'm saying? I'm 18 to 29. It's my turn to, you know, enjoy myself. They live in a loop. And the government knew that. Once you give women a certain level of power, that even if it's meant to destroy them, you promote their self-destruction as rights and empowerment, they're all gonna get on the same loop. You know what I mean? It's like they said, women can synchronize. Like you get enough women together in a room, their periods will synchronize because they've evolved to do that for survival. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If the men were out there hunting and the women were gathering, they would have to synchronize their periods. So when they go out to forage and pick stuff, it would be more of them together. So when the men aren't around, you know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing they bring up, like men weren't around. There were some men who stayed to watch the women as they foraged, you know, as they picked, you know what I'm saying, as they gathered. They always preach, notice how they always remove the man's protection, because the goal of feminism is to remove the right for a man to protect and put all that into the government's hand. That's what it's all about. And what you got to understand is WAP is the declaration that feminism has succeeded, that it has peaked, that it has achieved its final goal of absolutely. And then you look at Instagram and all that, you know what I'm saying, with the level of all they do, take photos of their sexuality, their beauty, things that are, you know what I'm saying, diminishing and decaying as they age. Instead of, you know, I can knit, you know, look what I can do that's positive. You know what I'm saying? That's a value. You know what I'm saying? That keeps me, I forget, that's ladylike. And look at that. That word ladylike has died. And that's another thing is, look what feminism has done. It's made throw like a girl a negative. Think about it. A girl just throwing how she throws is negative. Feminism's entire goal was to create a lesser man that sleeps with men. And it succeeded, man. You know what I'm saying? They're all over aggressive. You know what I'm saying? They all think their sexuality is an achievement. That their sexuality, which is dissolving as time passes, an achievement. And another thing feminism has done is it weaponizes older women against younger women. Because once their time has passed, you know what I'm saying, they can't just admit that they messed up. Because here's the difference between a man and a woman. A man at 50 years old could still impregnate and start a family. A woman at 50 can't. You know what I'm saying? High risk death, high risk of a sick child and so on. You know what I'm saying? So when those feminists, when those older women look back and say, damn, I can't have a child, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't live with knowing where I failed, so I can't allow the next generation of women to succeed. Because if they succeed, it would expose my failure that I have to live with. Let's say she's like 40 and lives to be 80. She's gonna have 40 years of being alone and childless. So to have vengeance and to maintain that level of vengeance and anger, she will ensure and promote the feminism and the men are demons and all that stuff to ensure that the next crop of women repeat the same decisions that she made. You know what I'm saying? That's what feminism is about. You know what I mean? It's about women that are stuck. It's about keeping women on a loop of advanced over-sexualization. That's why you see that film Netflix launched called Cute Ease. Cute Ease. QEase. You know what I'm saying? All about the sooner they can sexualize the women, the girls, the better. Because they can increase the prison population. The government even has something where they know how a child was raised and what's the rate they'll go to prison. Because the majority of men in prison are men that grew up in a single parent household. And the government knows that, man, we could increase this sooner if we had, girls over-sexualized sooner. We need them to be pregnant and giving birth as soon as possible. We need that next crop of prisoners ASAP. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. It's about over-sexualizing women. Think about it. If a girl was 18 and she was over-sexualized, she's been having sex from 18 to 30. So that's 22 years. Maybe 22 years of having sex, man. If they could have that being done sooner, you know what I'm saying? If they could lock up kids, males in juvie sooner. They can lock girls up in juvie sooner to have them released back into the wild and have them repeat offenders. You know what I'm saying? They could keep increasing the crop of prisoners. Let's over-sexualize them. A lot of people are looking at it as increasing pedophilia and all that. No, it's got nothing to do with that. That's not the end goal. The end goal is how do we increase the prison population? How do we increase the consumer? We need a constant, unstabilized, quote-unquote, family. You know what I'm saying? We need a male that went to juvie to have a family. We need a male that's going to go from juvie to go to prison. We need a girl that's been sleeping around since before she was 18, that's gotten into domestic relationships, that's having unprotected sex to increase the STD rate so we can sell more STD-related drugs. You know what I'm saying? It is all an economic business. That's what a lot of men need to understand, man. This is all business, and the government's goal is how do you maximize what you can get from women. You need them to not have nothing more to offer than their sexuality. Because if they have anything more to offer, they'll be loyal. They'll be able to pair bond and stay with the man. That, you know what I mean? You don't need one woman to be loyal. If she's loyal, that's less time of her sleeping around and increasing STD rate, increasing the domestic violence rate, increasing the single mother rate, increasing the consumer rate, increasing the divorce rate. You need all that to maintain that destruction. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, man, WAP is the battle cry.
They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of